So, if you're a React developer, you know that picking a state management library is a huge deal. For what feels like forever, Redux has been the undisputed king. But, there's a new challenger on the block, and it's promising all the power of Redux, but without all the pain. Today, we're taking a deep dive into Zustand to see if it really is the simpler, faster alternative that could finally dethrone the king. Does this look a little too familiar? You've got endless files for actions, then more files for reducers, and oh, don't forget the constants, all just to manage one little piece of state in your app. It's a super common frustration for developers who feel like they're spending way more time writing setup code than actual features. And yeah, if that felt a little too real, you are definitely not alone in feeling that way. The entire React community has been on this quest, searching for a more streamlined, less painful way to handle global state. And for a lot of people, that search has led them to a really interesting solution. Okay, so here's our game plan for this explainer. First, we'll talk about the state of state management and why this is even a conversation. Then, we'll introduce Zustand and see what makes it tick. After that, it's the main event, Zustand versus Redux. Then we'll cover some absolutely crucial best practices. And finally, we'll help you figure out if Zustand is the right tool for your next project. So let's kick things off by setting the stage. Why are we all here? Well, it really boils down to one thing, the complexity problem. Look, let's be clear, Redux was a game changer. It brought predictability and incredible debugging tools to huge applications. But, and it's a big but, its weakness has always been its verbosity, its sheer density. As researchers have pointed out, it's often just too much for small to mid-sized projects. All that boilerplate, while super robust, can be a real drag on development when you just need to move fast. And that is the perfect setup for our challenger to step into the ring. So let's meet Zustand, a library that's all about giving you the power you need with none of the ceremony. So what is this thing anyway? Well, at its heart, Zustand is a tiny, super fast, and scalable state manager that uses a really simple hook-based API. It just strips away all the layers of complexity and gets right to the point. And hey, fun fact for you, the name Zustand is literally just the German word for state. Simple, right? And you don't have to take my word for it. This quote from a research paper just nails the feeling developers have about it. They called it a breath of fresh air and highlighted that it has no boilerplate, an obvious API, and no ceremony on top of it. It's designed to just feel right, right from the get-go. And you can see that simplicity right here in the code. Seriously, that's it. You import create, you define your state and your actions all in one go, and bam, you're done. You have a global store. Now notice what's missing. There's no provider component wrapping your whole app, no separate action files, no complex reducers. It just gets right down to business, managing state. All right, with that beautiful simplicity in mind, let's get to the main event. It's time to put these two libraries side by side for a proper showdown. How do they really stack up on the things that matter to us developers? Let's start with some cold, hard data. A study from 2024 actually benchmarked these solutions and came up with some pretty compelling results. What you're looking at here is a chart showing the percentage improvements they found when moving from older patterns to modern state managers like Zustand. And out of all the numbers in that study, this one just jumps off the page. A 38.2% reduction in boilerplate code. Just think about that for a second. That's almost 40% less code you have to write, read, and maybe most importantly, maintain. That is a massive win for your team's productivity. So let's break this down point by point. First up, bundle size. Zustand is tiny, around 4 kilobytes, which is just a fraction of Redux Toolkit's 15. The learning curve? Way simpler because the API is so small. We already saw the data on boilerplate. It's minimal versus significant. And here's a huge one. Zustand doesn't need you to wrap your app in provider components. That means a cleaner, simpler component tree for your entire application. Okay, so the benefits are pretty clear. But just because it's easy to get started doesn't mean you can't use it wrong. So how do you use it effectively? Let's talk about a few best practices that'll help you keep your app clean, fast, and easy to maintain as it grows. Here are 5 key practices that will make a world of difference. We'll dive into a couple of these, but the big ideas are really about encapsulation, performance, and just good old-fashioned organization. The goal here is to sidestep common traps and write code that's easy for you and your team to understand. Now, if you take away only one technical tip from this entire explainer, please let it be this one. On the left, you see we're selecting multiple values by returning a new object. Here's the problem. Every single time your component renders, JavaScript creates a brand new object in memory. Zustand sees this new object and thinks, whoa, something must have changed, and it triggers a re-render you didn't even need. The solution, on the right, is to use atomic individual selectors. This way, your component only re-renders when the exact slice of state it cares about actually changes. It's a fundamental shift to more efficient, precise subscriptions. Now, Zustand's core is super lean, and that's by design. But you can easily bolt on some serious superpowers using middleware. You want that awesome time travel debugging you know from Redux? Just use the DevTools middleware. Need to save user data so it's there when they come back? The Persist middleware handles that for you. It's amazing. And for dealing with that messy nested state, well, Immer is an absolute game changer. And let's just see Immer in action because it's so good. On the left, that's what a deeply nested state update looks like with spread syntax. It's a nightmare of brackets and dots, and it's so easy to mess up. But on the right, with Immer, you just write code that looks like you're changing the state directly. It's clean, it's intuitive, and Immer handles all the messy, immutable logic for you behind the scenes. It just works the way you think it should. So we've seen what Zustand is, how it works, and how to use it well. But that brings us to the million-dollar question. Should you actually be using it in your project? Let's get to the verdict. This decision framework is basically your cheat sheet. If you're building a pretty simple site, honestly, React's own built-in context API is probably all you need. For a medium-sized app like a SaaS dashboard, Zustand hits that absolute sweet spot of simplicity and power. If your app is super interactive, with tons of forms and fields that all depend on each other, something like Chatai and its atomic model might be perfect. And yes, for massive enterprise-level applications with large teams, Redux Toolkit's strict patterns and incredible tooling still make it the king for a reason. So, let's wrap this all up. The crucial takeaway is this. Zustand gives you so much of the centralized power of Redux, but with a tiny fraction of the code and complexity. Its performance is amazing right out of the box thanks to those selective re-renders. It's pretty much an ideal choice for most modern apps where you want to move fast. Meanwhile, Redux absolutely still has its place in those huge, complex enterprise projects that really need its rigid structure. And that really brings us to our final thought. You know, we often get caught up in metrics like bundle size and performance, which are important. But the real impact of a tool like Zustand might actually be on your team's workflow and happiness. With less boilerplate and a simpler way of thinking about state, your developers can move faster and focus more on what really matters, building great features. So the question I want to leave you with is this. Could a simpler state be the real key to unlocking your team's true productivity?